And KG, as many points as you scored in your career, how much pride did you take in your defensive play?
You know, I like to think that it's respected. You know, I didn't play. I like to think that when I got to Boston, I made more of a added effort to play defense. You know, in Minnesota, I had such a responsibility on the offensive side that you don't ever save yourself.
Yes.
You don't save yourself in anything, but I would have to find ways of when I come out the game, you know, immediate ice stuff, you know, stuff that I could use to try to, you know, get any type of rest. I know Flip was going to use me in 2 or 3 minute segments, so I would probably have 3 to 4 minutes of rest and then have to get right back out. But when I got to Boston, obviously, we had a deeper team, a better team. And Doc Rivers did a great job, I felt like, of listening to me. I was listening to my body, but more importantly, we have offensive scores. I wanted to be more of the head of our defense. I wanted to be the one to be talking. Rondo and I had an immediate chemistry with that. It was something that it was natural between the two of us. And I think everybody else followed. Tibbs threw some schemes on top of some of the stuff that we was able to bring. Doc was open to some of the different ideas, scheme-wise, and the rest is history. Next thing you know, Cleveland is running out stuff. LeBron goes to Miami now. Miami's running out stuff. Right. Next thing you know, Miami beats us with our stuff. It's evolution. It's evolution. It's evolution, man. If I sit here and go through it, and you sit back and go and watch it, you're like, holy snap! Wow, it's the same look. They bringing the guy over, post up. Yeah, so, you know, shout to everybody and us innovating and bringing that defense. Shout to Tibbs, right.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. The forwards are Ingram and LeBron. Hart is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's McGee in at the 5. Here's Hart. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio.
That's what Jimmy Butler brings to the table. Intense on-the-ball defense.
Rondo against Teague. Wiggins left side. Shoots over McGee, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
That's a great beginning. 3 for 3 from the floor.
And Kevin, when you look at Towns, is he as close to you in terms of what you were as any player you've seen maybe since you've been in the league? And young guy who plays the same position?
Cat is his own thing. You know, I like to think that he has a little bit of me in him. He has a little bit of Chris Bosh in him. He has a little bit of Webb in him. I like to think that he has some Tim Duncan in him because he used the glass, he used his left. You know, he'll slip under. He'll go under you. He's crafty. He shoots the 3 like Rasheed. Like, he can put the ball on the floor like a guard. Like when you look at his makeup, man, you know, he's trying to morph. You know, just think about what he's doing. He's at the 5. Really, I call him a 4, but he's at the 5 doing this. You know, him and Embiid, you know, him and Porzingis, all these guys are morphing the center and power forward position.
It's amazing to watch. It's evolving right before our eyes.
It is, man, and it's greatness, and I'm glad I got a front row seat, and I'm glad I got a super intimate relationship with my dude to be able to see the DNA to carry this on, man. This is great, man. Cat's the future, bro. He's the future. Nothing better than that.
Looking at the last game for the Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Bucks. Teague against Rondo. In the screen, Teague, he squares up and sinks it.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
Ingram attacking. Here's McGee. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And where's the help? Obviously, a missed rotation. Something they're going to want to patch up.
Right, because otherwise you're going to give up those close-range opportunities all night. If you allow the opposition to get into a groove, look out.
Here's LeBron after the made shot from Karl-Anthony Towns. And the slam dunk by McGee.
It's incredible to me, Kevin, how remarkably in tune LeBron is with the movement of his teammates. The guy is a scorer, he's a creator, he's a force to be reckoned with.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now here's Ingram. 9-point game his last outing. Over Wiggins. That misses off the backboard. Timberwolves leading by 3. And Kevin, going back to your title team with the Celtics, do you think you realized at that time how special it was?
If I knew what I knew now, I would have tried to bottle.
Yeah, I know.
I would have tried to bottle as much as I could. Doc knew it. Doc Rivers knew it.
He did. He did know it, yes.
Doc Rivers knew it, and he knew it day one, and he knew that if we was going to be committed, we had to be the leaders of the commitment. It was going to be hard on the three of us. He was going to be very tough, but it made us who we are and it pushed us to another level.
It was like he was the perfect coach at the perfect time for the perfect threesome, right?
Seriously, man, because a lot of people, go to Phil and his style and how it worked for him, Michael and Scotty and that three with Rodman, and then him transferring and going to L.A. doing that with Kobe and Shaq and making that a dynasty. Doc Rivers had a whole nother style, and it was like a Chuck Daly kind of style. It was a bar kind of very, very firm, very physical, but in your face with class. We're going to knock you down. We ain't going to help you up, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
And we're going to share the ball on offense. We're going to move it. We're going to have multiple players. We're going to attack for 48 minutes. Look, this is how we're going to play this game. He had a real style that was similar to some of those Detroit, some of those more tougher teams that you hear. That's the style that we practice with and we play with.
It showed. They had that. Just like historically good. Butler kicks to Wiggins. Gibson passes to Butler. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
His high percentage shot right at the rim, and he's wondering what happened. Boy, what a quarter for this guy. Just give him the basketball and get out of the way.
LeBron against Gibson. And finished off by LeBron.
I don't think you can stop LeBron James when he starts off to fly like that. Might as well just start jogging back the other way.
Minnesota leading by 5. Towns a screen on Rondo. T kicks to Wiggins. There's the pass to Butler. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Boy, what has gotten into him? He's taken his game to an unreal level this quarter.
Here's Hart, looking for his first basket still in this one. He's looking for James and finds him. Shot clock at 5. Puts it up. And that one comes up a bit short. Kevin, you did the unusual. Your senior year in high school, you transferred not just to another city, but to another state where you were named the High School Player of the Year across the country. Tell us a bit about the importance of that personally and playing-wise to you.
Well, going to a new place, I wanted to establish myself in a big city like Chicago, coming from a small place like South Carolina. It was a shock at first. And what I mean by shock, I just never estimated that many good players being in one central area. Chicago has tons of talent that's unheard of. And all I wanted to do is just have a presence there. And it was a bit of a task, but, slowly but surely I gave myself short goals. To be number one is always a goal of mine, but more importantly, to be established, for everybody to know that, this is Kevin Garnett. This is who he is. This is what he's about. And, I used to wear that on my shoulder. I've always took a lot of pride in myself and how I prepare. And I wanted everybody to know in the city of Chicago that I was there.
Now here's Wiggins after LeBron James's miss. And stolen by Jeff Teague. He gives them a double-digit lead. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
LeBron with it. A 29-point game for him in the win against the Spurs in San Antonio.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Now here's LeBron. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. James has got 7 points.
And he's really been working to get those looks, and it's starting to pay off here early on.
That's nice technique on the glass. You leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
Rondo dishes to Stevenson. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo.
Yeah, and Rondo just working the ball around there. He loves finding his teammates when they're open in the sweet spots.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Towns. It's over McGee. Towns, no luck.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Minnesota leading by 6. Kevin, your drive and attention to detail were phenomenal. How do you deal with rookies who were largely uninformed? They were maybe not as receptive to the attention to detail that the elite like you pursued.
Well, one of the things I would do if I saw a guy who wasn't as keen to detail as I was, I would pull him to the side. I would show him, some of the things I would see. I would get, some dialogue with him and what he was seeing, and then try to get him to see what I was seeing as far as the point I was making. And then, challenge him a little bit to be a little more present within certain things and then apply it. I don't believe in shouting. I don't believe in embarrassing someone. I like to always, grab some of the young guys because the young guys don't have all the confidence yet. So I'm trying to build confidence with the young guys.
Good point.
So
Good point.
When you get them one-on-one, you're able to, have an intimate conversation, and then you have full, they're engaged. They're talking to you.
Yes.
And that's what you want. So, with that, I've always found it better to go one-on-one to the side and find it to be a lot more efficient.
Oh, check out the handles. They're nasty. Spin move. Had his man grab it for air.
Rose against Ball. He dishes it to James. Fader on the way. He can't get it to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
You knew they weren't playing well. They tried to make some adjustments. Those got countered. This just wasn't their night.
It's deflected.
And Ball using those long arms to just swat away that shot. I love the hustle. Always nice to have a point guard who can block shots.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Spurs in San Antonio. Jones, no luck. Lakers trail by 8. Nobody near Stevenson. And again, the Lakers, no good. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Jones against Caldwell Pope. Outside, Jones. They set the pick. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game. Beasley's checked in for the Lakers. Brandon Ingram comes in for LeBron. Stevenson against Wiggins. Chang with a screen on Stevenson. Here's Wiggins. Just 4 to shoot. There's Rose with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Timberwolves lead by 11.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Beasley outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Wiggins. Here's Rose. That's tipped. Deep 2 from Tolliver. That one off the back iron and out.
I'll tell you, he's not going to get in his coach's good graces if he's missing wide open looks like that.
Ball against Rose. Beasley the screen. Here's Ball. And the rejection by Zhang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgui Zhang does on the defensive end.
Ingram, no good. And they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Jones, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Timberwolves lead by 11. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. All-star big man Karl-Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen. And I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, obviously I got to learn every single day and never take no days for granted.
His coaches, Greg, and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Timberwolves team out there.
Just playing suffocating defense. That's been the difference here for them.
Well, the commitment is evident, and they are simply phenomenal at their aggression on the defensive end right now.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Ingram is out there with Beasley, and it's Stevenson in at the small forward. And Kevin, you said the league should allow every team a chance to host the All-Star game. What would they find if it went to every NBA city?
All our NBA cities are really dope cities. That's first off. And I think that we should be able to not only highlight those cities, but cities should be able to make money and bring in festivals and bring in food. And we should be able to go to OKC, if not Portland, and enjoy that city for whatever it has to offer. That's true travel, and I think that teaches us something. Oh, man, we never knew what was up in the Northwest until you get up there or wherever it is. So I would like to see it go outside of its boundaries. I would like to see the All-Star game be like overseas one time. I know it's super expensive, but it'd be dope to have the All-Star game in
London.
In London one time, right? That'll be super dope, right? We're breaking boundaries here. We're doing everything, Man, maybe 2K can put it on the sun.
Maybe they can.
2K is known for, being innovative and right. 2K put it on, man.
Put it on. Let's do it.
Adam will do it.
We're going.
Right.
Passport's ready.
You already know.
Here we go.
All right, universal, right. I'm waiting on 2K to put the game on Mars, right?
Yeah.
Mars version. I want to be on that. Y'all heard me say that, right?
Now, ball. Following Tyus Jones' three-point attempt. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rose. Here's Wiggins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
I mean, they were so impressive offensively. And when you do that, that can really help you on the road.
I think intensity is the key, right, Greg? When you play with energy on the offensive end, good things usually happen.
Here's Jones, following the basket by Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. The kick out to Rose. From down in the low post, it goes. Rose has got 5.
You can see the athleticism and toughness. Rose becoming exponentially more dangerous the closer he gets to the rim.
Ingram attacking.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
This is not an area where they expect him to contribute. He's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
He hits both from the stripe.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And Kevin, you talk about the makeup of a championship roster. Can you win it if you're not bound together, if you're not like a family?
I don't know. I only have one as a family.
Yeah.
And I just don't know them going forward and doing something together that it represents family. I think that if you're doing something alone, that says solo. If you're doing something as family, it makes it a lot more easy.
Well said.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agility.
Jones sets the pick for Jang. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And a chance to now check out the scoring distribution between the front court and the back court players tonight for the Timberwolves.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Minnesota. And both free throws good for Rose.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances up the line. He's going to cash in.
Beasley the screen. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball, the pass to Beasley. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Beasley's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Now Rose. He has 7. Gibson up top. Back to Rose. Screen by Jones. Butler on the wing. 6 to shoot. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Stevenson against Butler. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Pass the Ball. Beasley outside. No good. That would have tied it. Timberwolves leading by 3. Outside Rose. Outside Jones. He kicks it to Gibson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one is on Beasley.
Well, Taj Gibson is a pro's pro. The rugged power forward is known for his consistency. You can count on this guy game in and game out.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns comes in for Gorgie Dang. And it's Teagan for Jones. And then for Los Angeles, James checked in for Beasley. And it's Josh Hart in for Lance Stevenson. Bangs home the trifecta.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Pass to Towns. Over LeBron. And it's Towns missing.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
And Doc Rivers, your coach with the Celtics, such a great leader, brought your team together. Talk about that.
He brought us the belief from Mbutu and bringing all of us together and that you give yourself for the greater of the group. And everybody bought into that. And when you hear about when Miami won, Pat Riley had all those guys give something to the pot and giving yourself to something. And when you think about what team is, all these great coaches, these great minds, these great philosophers, it all surrounds that whole little philosophy right there, giving yourself to be able to get something and gain something.
Very interesting.
Very, very interesting. But a true philosophy of winning.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Well, takes contact, keeps his balance. Nice finish by Towns.
Ball kicks to LeBron. The pass to Ingram. Ball against Rose. And Ball gets it to go on the assist from Ingram. Ball's got the game tied up here for Los Angeles. So it's Minnesota now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And this matchup with the Lakers, it's their first meeting of the season.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised. I'll tell you, what a start in the first quarter, and now he's taking it to a new level here in the second.
James outside, kicks it to Caldwell Pope. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, his shot looks so much more fluid this quarter, hitting at a much better clip.
Minnesota's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Rose against Ball. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Last season, he played outstanding. 4th in steals, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game. One of the league's premier offensive threats.
And as you pointed out, he was top 5 in steals last season. Just a lethal combination of great physical ability and acute mental preparation. Rondo dishes the ball. Ingram right side. Over Gibson. And it's Ingram missing.
Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Left side, Butler to the middle. Here's Gibson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Timberwolves have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6.
And as a team, excellent a season ago, about 80% when they got to the line.
The Lakers making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Now here's Rondo. James outside. McGee is screened. James with it. Now guarded by Gibson. Ball against T. Ball, the pass to Hart. Second shot opportunity. Ball with the bucket.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
T kicks to Towns. Teague a screen on McGee. Rose gets a wide open look. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Rose has got 8 points in the quarter.
What a phenomenal quarter from the field. A great shooting percentage, excellent shots. This is really well done.
LeBron outside. Rondo against Rose. Gibson with the steal. Outside Rose. Outside Butler. McGee with the block. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. Hart the pass to Rondo. Towns with the steal. Ball against T. The 11-footer. That shot, no good. And it's the Lakers the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Rondo against Rose. Rondo dishes to McGee. That one falls. McGee's got the lead up to 1 now for the Lakers. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Towns the screen. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 6.
Now, Kevin, don't you love Jeff Teague's ability to read the pick and roll? He exploits the defense, takes advantage of any space given.
And the Lakers call time here. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Taj Gibson. And the Lakers also making a switch. Lance Stephenson's checked in for Josh Hart. And here's Rondo. The feed to Stephenson. 3 on the clock. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Stephenson's got 4 this quarter. Timberwolves trail. Towns the screen. T kicks to Towns. Shoots over McGee. Towns with the bucket. He's got 10.
Listen, he's been a key component of their offense tonight. Efficient and effective.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Inside. And he banks in the layup. And the Lakers lead by 1.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
KG, I wanted to give you a special thanks for
Well, a little show and tell from the butler, Jimmy, giving the fans their money's worth.
And unfortunately, injuries will always be the concern with Derrick Rose. Still loves the game of basketball, knows he is limited compared to what he once was. Amazing with all he's fought through, he can still perform at such a high level.
And Towns throws it down.
Unbelievable. That's the big cat. So fluid at the center position.
Rondo against Rose. Rondo kicks to LeBron. Pass to McGee. Kicks it out to LeBron. McGee a screen. Shot from the top of the key. LeBron, no luck.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You know, that's okay, I think. Even though they miss, they still have to be happy with the shot selection.
And just love how intense Butler is on this end. Looking to shoot every time down the floor. He is totally locked in.
12 seconds left now here in the second. LeBron outside, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. 5 seconds left to play in the first half. Jones from outside. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
And always good to see Rondo being active.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Good to have you back. Ernie Johnson with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. What a start for Jimmy Butler. He had 16 points and 1 steal. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I'm going to tell you this. When we talk about Jimmy Butler, he doesn't just give you production. He gives you toughness. Physical wing with good athleticism. Tremendous two-way player who will also fight you on the boards. He played with a lot of tenacity in the first half, which I thought set the tone.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Well, the reserves came in and played like starters. Gave them some big points off the bench. It'll be no surprise to see them get more minutes in the second half. They definitely deserve it. Though sometimes when you get more minutes, you get exposed. We shall see.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks.
We come back to Minnesota now with a striking look at the 10th Avenue Bridge, downtown Minneapolis, off in the distance. And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
I mean, he was prolific in that first half. You know it's coming, but it's just so tough to stop.
And this is what he does, right, Greg? He's out there to score the basketball, and throughout that first half, he dominated.
Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Butler teams with Wiggins as the deadly wing duo. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. And LeBron James last season not slowing down even a little bit. Turned indoors one of his best seasons yet.
Isn't it amazing how impactful LeBron is on the floor at all times? Last year, you think about his passing and rebounding numbers were as good as they've ever been. Only a handful of guys have ever changed the game like he can.
For Minnesota, they have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And he can't hit the second. Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Yeah, with the score this tight, someone has to come over and take the charge, or at least contest the shot.
For the tie, Ingram attacking. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And how about the deceptive strength of Ingram, just willing his shots in over the defense.
He is 3 for 3 from the free throw line. So much of being a scorer is finding ways to get open without the ball, of course, and there are a lot of guys that do that very well in the league right now.
Well, you think back to guys like Ray Allen, who have retired in the last 5 to 6 years. He was one of the all-time best. You think back to the Detroit Pistons teams and Rip Hamilton. They set the stage for today's generation. Guys like Klay Thompson and Kyle Korver, who are relentless in their motion and sometimes do it randomly. Outside of the context of the offense, they're just, because they've done it so often, the kind of movement they create puts tremendous stress on your defense.
A fader. Teague can't hit. The Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Ingram attacking. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Outside Butler. And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
and a very steady season for him at the charity stripe last year. He was right at 85%.
Rondo passes to LeBron. To the paint. Here's McGee. LeBron trying to free himself up.
Really well done on that assist. He sees the target inside and puts it right into the hands.
Here's Butler. He's got 21. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. McGee with the block. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. They get it back. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. LeBron's got 14 points for the game.
Well, there's a brute physical force to LeBron James. Couple that with his terrific instincts, unbelievable reactions, and he's pretty good on the offensive glass.
Here's Wiggins, and it's blocked.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And so Teague hits 2 free throws. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Well, when LeBron James is starting to cook, his teammates understand, hey, perhaps the big guy, one of the greats of his generation, needs the basketball.
So the Timberwolves call their first timeout.
And if you're sensing a concern, best thing you can do is call timeout.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt. You've got to get this game under control. I think he sees some adjustments he can make.
Minnesota making a switch here. Zhang's checked in. And Gibson kicks to Butler. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Butler.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around, as his energy is contagious out there right now.
McGee is screened. Ingram dishes to McGee. It's James atop the key, so they take the lead. LeBron's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Outside Teague, pass to Butler. Back to Teague. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist. Teague's got 10.
Well, terrific floor awareness from the crafty swingman. Jimmy Butler playing the role of facilitator.
McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. T kicks to Butler. Over Hart. And it's Butler missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Teague's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Wiggins passes to Gibson. Back to Wiggins. Zhang with a screen on Ingram. Wiggins using the pick. And good that time. He has 6.
Well, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with a terrific mid-range game.
Teague against Rondo. To the paint. Here's James. And finished off by LeBron.
Boy, nice feed. Leading him into some space. A nice catch on the run, too. Wow.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Butler. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Teague. Good on the baseline J. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
Well, you can just see Jeff Teague oozes confidence anytime he's got to use the dribble drive. I love watching him do that.
James dishes to Rondo. And the rejection by Zhang. And that's out of bounds. The Lakers will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Gibson. And Jones subbed in for T. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. Here's Rondo. That one a little long. Timberwolves have gone to even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Jones in the post. He's covered by Rondo. Jones kicks to Butler. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And Jimmy Butler with the 3. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Jimmy Butler's effectiveness as a scorer includes that three-point line. You've got to cover him out there.
And James throws it down.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Timberwolves have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Outside, Jones. They set the pick. Here's Butler. Rebound the Lakers. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz. And then on Friday, they'll be facing off against DeMarcus Cousins and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick-em game, depending on how they play.
Lance Stephenson's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Butler, and the layup falls. Butler's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, the confidence that Jimmy Butler displays on a nightly basis is awesome. This guy, as an interior scorer, is a force.
James kicks to Rondo. From downtown, doesn't go for it. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
So they take the lead. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles.
Well, the Timberwolves last year finally broke through that 14-year playoff drought, but they made it very clear that's not enough. This is a team with much bigger aspirations.
Fade away. It's Butler that time on the assist by Tolliver. Butler's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Kevin, as dangerous a scorer when he feels his rhythm and pace as there is in the league. Jimmy Butler cooking right now.
Here's the screen. Rondo passes to LeBron. Oh, and the dunk by Stevenson. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And Zhang kicks to Wiggins. Zhang, a screen. Jones, the pass to Zhang. And the Timberwolves doors plan to be aggressive, getting bounced in the first round. Not going to satisfy him.
They've made it clear they want deep playoff runs and a chance to compete for titles. To do that, they understand they'll need to get a lot better.
Derrick Rose is checked in for the Timberwolves. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lonzo Ball comes in for Rajon Rondo. James kicks to Stevenson. James in the post, working on Tolliver. Here's Beasley. Rebound by Zhang. Zhang's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. A baseline J, and it's in there. And that's 13 points for Rose.
Well, late rotation by the defense, and Wiggins has the vision to find the open man.
James outside. The dish to Caldwell Pope. Here's Ball. Misses the 3. Timberwolves leading by 3. Passes it to Wiggins. The shot, no good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Caldwell Pope passes to Stevenson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. his game or hate it, but there is no denying, Doris, that Lance Stevenson makes things happen on the floor.
Just a pure creator when he has the basketball in his hands. Unbelievable handle. Sometimes gets creative on his way to the cup, but you love how he plays with such great passion and energy.
Karl-Anthony Towns checked in for Jang. Stevenson against Wiggins. Stevenson dishes the ball. He feeds it to Ingram. Beasley outside. And the Lakers with another miss. Minnesota in the lead. Wiggins left side. Tolliver down low. He's covered by Ingram. And the pass to Wiggins. Ingram with the steal. Caldwell Pope against Jones. Now here's Ball. Defense right on him. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think, has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Rose kicks to Tolliver. Jones with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Towns. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Now, Karl-Anthony Towns reading the situation and finding an opportunity in the mid-range.
Here's Ball. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Ball's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. 59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Towns, the screen. Baseline J on the way, and a little luck that time, but it drops. Towns has got 16 points.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Caldwell Pope outside. Beasley the screen. Caldwell Pope passes to Stevenson. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Wiggins. For the lead. Ball no good. Minnesota shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And the problem for Wiggins, a former overall #1 pick, people always seem to want more from him, whether it's warranted or not.
Josh Hart, he's checked in for Los Angeles. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Ball. 8 points for him. 11 seconds left in the third. 5 on the clock. There's a screen. Beasley the screen for 3. Caldwell Pope. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 5 here tonight. Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
Thanks for joining us again as we get set for the fourth quarter. A terrific game so far. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Ball is the point with KCP at his side. Beasley out there with Hart, and it's Stevenson in at the 3 slot. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Oh, that's a strong finish, and Karl-Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top. How about Karl-Anthony Towns, guys? At the age of 11, guess how tall he was? 6'3". So it was his goal to develop a complete skill set all the way back then. Boy, how about that? Ahead of the game in terms of the NBA.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut to just one in the basket from Beasley. T kicks to Tolliver. Pass to Rose. There's a good screen. Shot off the screen. Rebounded by the Lakers. Ball's got his 6th rebound on the night. And talk about the mindset nowadays. Kids like Towns growing up not content to just play in the paint.
That's exactly right, Kevin. His father would divide their workouts into 2 halves. The first was face-up, dribbling, perimeter shooting. The second half of that workout, the interior, footwork, micing drills, finishing over either shoulder. Boy, that's a pretty smart dad.
Minnesota making a switch here. Gibson's checked in. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Towns, the screen. Teague, the pass to Towns. Kept alive, Minnesota. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, Taj Gibson is so strong on the backboards. His ability to pursue the offensive glass is truly a thing to watch. Well, Taj Gibson is playing a career high in minutes with the Timberwolves. This guy is in his early 30s. He's kept himself in unbelievable physical shape every single year. He's now healthy. And I'll say this, Taj Gibson is one of those guys you want in the trenches with you. You know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis.
The Lakers making a switch here. James is checked in. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Oh, picked up his 4th foul. Maybe have to scale back his aggressiveness with plenty of time left in this one.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. Stevenson against Wiggins. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be Lance Stevenson. And Doris, you were talking about the responsibility for Taj Gibson with the Wolves. Coach Thibodeau bringing in the seasoned veterans to complement the young talent.
Well, Kevin, Taj Gibson is exactly the kind of influence and teammate you want, both on the floor and in the locker room. Here's a hard-working, defensive-minded player. He's made the playoffs in just about every season he has been in the league. And he has proven on the offensive end that you can play through him in the post. So much to love about Taj Gibson. I'll tell you, they've had to look elsewhere for their scoring, and they've gotten it. This guy has had very little impact on the game offensively.
And really no better leader in the NBA than LeBron. The closest thing to a player coach we've had in a long time.
You know, I think casual fans of the NBA probably wonder what makes LeBron so good. And you look at some of the attributes he has physically, the size, the strength, the quickness. But to me, it's as much about his pursuit of greatness and the commitment year-round to excelling and building his skills. He's truly a seminal player in NBA history.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Here's Wiggins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
He's made obvious improvements since the half, really getting into an offensive groove.
Timeout called the Lakers. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan, and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Rose. The Lakers also with a sub. Ingram's checked in. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He told them, hey, stick with what's working. He said they're giving us all the room we need to get easy looks in the paint. Let's keep working the ball inside. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. McGee a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Here's LeBron, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Minnesota gets called for the foul. With LeBron in his strength, Doris, he can shrug off defenders.
Well, to me, Kevin, he is easily one of the most formidable finishers to ever play the game. You think about it, he is as big and strong physically as most centers that are challenging him at the rim. What an imposing guy.
T kicks to Gibson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's 31 points for Jimmy Butler.
Boy, his output has been impressive today, and it doesn't look like he's done cooking just yet.
LeBron passes to Ingram. LeBron against Gibson. Over Gibson. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from LeBron.
Well, an absolute terror from that spot right there. LeBron James is rolling. Look out.
Butler, no good.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play. He's shooting the lights out down the stretch, trying to keep them competitive.
And the Timberwolves call time here.
I think the one constant with Tom Thibodeau is you can always hear his voice the entire game. Doesn't matter if you're up 20 or down 20, you will hear Tom Thibodeau on the sideline.
Stolen by Ball. The drive by James. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And hearing Coach Tom Thibodeau, some have described his voice as part growl, part bark.
He's very intense, Kevin, and I think the one thing you know about Tom Thibodeau, he likes to say, there is a price to pay. It's all about the work you put in.
LeBron is doubled. The 3. Ball, no good.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
Here's Wiggins, and it's blocked. And that one, good. Lakers trail by 8. Ball kicks to Caldwell Pope. There's the pick. Ball with it, picked up by Teague. And Butler sends it back.
Boy, though he'll never be a blocks leader, Butler has the size and hops to do more of this.
And stolen by James.
Andrew Wiggins with the statement finish.
LA has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. James outside. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That will be foul number 5 on him.
Oh my, he really needs to be careful now. That was his 5th foul of the night.
James outside. Down low, here's Ingram. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Towns the screen. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And Andrew Wiggins and Jimmy Butler, 2 pretty different stories for these Timberwolves teammates.
About as opposite as you could get in terms of your entry into the NBA. Andrew Wiggins, the former #1 overall pick. Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick. Wiggins is the son of professional athletes, a blue-chip prospect. Butler's background, a guy who's had to scrap and claw his way every step of the way. So interesting to see how these two grow together and work together to help this team win.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Wow, very close to a potential and one. Butler converting through contact.
And the Lakers call time here.
You know, guys, you think about Jimmy Butler, drafted by the Chicago Bulls, and he goes from bench warmer to star. And I always had the sense that once Tom Thibodeau was no longer a part of the Chicago Bulls organization, that Jimmy Butler's days might be numbered there as well. But I think the trade ended up working for both teams.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Josh Hart comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Ball. And the Lakers with possession here. Down by 12. Gibson against LeBron. And so the ball's out of bounds. Ingram touched it last. And Doris, the Bulls are trying to change the culture, more run and gun. That new style didn't really mesh with Butler's approach.
Right. Remember, Jimmy Butler is a Tibbs disciple. Even he has said perhaps he was too confrontational. With that obsessive drive of his, it can sometimes maybe rub people the wrong way. I think he's trying to balance that intensity with positivity with this young group.
And guys on defense gasping for air at this point.
Gasping for air and giving limited effort on the defensive end. Right now it's all about the offense. Boy, the shooting has been off the charts.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Towns, a screen on Ingram. And that one's good. Wiggins. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Gibson against LeBron. Pass to Hart. McGee a screen. There's the pick. Feeds it to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Love whenever Ingram rises for the jam, just flushing it home in the face of the opposition.
Towns, the screen. T kicks to Gibson. Passes it to Butler. On the left block. Banked in off the glass. Butler's got the lead up to 12 now for Minnesota. For Los Angeles, they've gone 7-15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. And there's the pass to Hart. McGee a screen from past the arc. Traps in the tray.
If they think they can give him that shot and get away with it, think again, gentlemen.
Wiggins, right side. They set the pick. Towns sets the pick for Wiggins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
LeBron dishes to Rondo. And he lobs it up toward the rim. McGee's shot is off.
And really, they had the play all set up there, and it just breaks down.
I can't believe they didn't pull that one off. Everything seemed there. They've got to be upset with themselves.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Minnesota leading by 11. Outside T. Towns, the pass to Wiggins. So many aspects go into developing Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture there. It makes so much sense. And they call an illegal screen here.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen.
He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, I didn't either. I thought his feet were moving. It was close, but he was still sliding in just a bit.
T kicks to Wiggins. Gibson with the screen on Ingram. Ball's knocked loose. LeBron passes to Ingram. And slam dunk by Ingram.
Just fantastic defense by LeBron. You have to protect the ball or he's going to swipe it from you with his lightning quick hands.
Timberwolves leading by 10. Towns, the screen. Towns, a screen on run. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Minnesota. Rondo dishes to James. It's good. LeBron's got it back down to single digits for the Lakers.
Well, because of the physical frame LeBron James has, he's going to shoot a high percentage in the paint. What I love is how good he is at reading when he needs to get that shot off.
Here's Towns. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Teague can't hit. And here's the Lakers. 8-point game. And here's Ingram from the arc.
Yeah, and even with his range, that one might be asking a little too much.
Yeah, that zip code might extend beyond his range. My goodness, let's take a better shot next time.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 9. Tolliver hits them both.
Boy, now it's just a matter of getting to that final whistle. Those free throws should wrap this up.
Rondo against Jones. Rondo kicks to McGee. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo.
I tell you, Rondo sees it all on the floor. He's got an ability to just cripple a defense with his passing.
Outside, Jones. And so Minnesota takes the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.